Hi, welcome to this tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make a disintegrated photo. First, open your photo in Photoshop and cut out the shape of your subject. Here already I did so I have skipped this step because it takes quite a while. So it depends on you how you do this. But next, after you do this, you have to separate your subject from the background, and from this point you take your subject, you duplicate it, and you create a new layer. So you name the first layer, the top layer is going to be the main layer, and the bottom one is going to be the effect layer. Then you add an effect on the effect layer called liquify. You can see the settings here. You're gonna adjust the brush depending on your photo and how big is your photo. And here you can see how I just take the part of the subject that is going to be disintegrated and I stretch it all the way as much as I can, and you'll see in a second why I do this. So you keep stretching and stretching, trying to keep some of the details. Okay. So you can see those are going to be the points where the body will start to disintegrate. Now hit OK, and you can see the back layer, how it looks like in the... okay, now you create a mask, and you fill that mask with black, and that's going to hide complete black, and that's going to hide a layer for now. Now you go on the top layer, the main layer, and you're going to create another mask, and you're going to use a brush, and you're going to use a black color, completely black. And I have some brushes here which have a very interesting shape, like particles shape. You can find those on Google if you type like particle brushes for Photoshop. You can definitely find some. And from here you just have to play with the size of the brush, and you can see here how it's erasing part of the photo, but it's erasing in a very nice way. It's just like small parts are disappearing. And you, like I said, you have to play with the direction of the brush, you have to play with the size of the brush, and this is going to create this effect like small parts are like missing. Okay, so you have to do this carefully. You have to do this with a little bit of vision and understanding what's going to miss from your picture. So you just have to play a lot with it. I'm gonna skip forward. Okay, and when you think you're done with this part, you move back to the effect layer. You change the color of the brush from black to white, and again you start playing with the brushes. This time, when you're gonna do so, you'll figure out that when you use the brush, you'll find texture coming back on the screen. But this texture, like you remember, we stretched it out all the way this on on the left side of the photo. So this, we're gonna have texture all over this place wherever we use the brush. Now again, you have to play with the brush, and you have to find the brush you feel it's going to match with the idea of your photo and exactly how you want this effect to look for your own photo. And again, you play with the size, you play with direction, you change few different types of brushes, and you can see already that like small particles are coming out of the back of the subject. So you basically have to play a lot with it. And you add more texture and keep looking at it. What I noticed here is that I didn't stretch it enough. So I went back to liquify. The file was intact because I just used a mask. And here I stretch it again. I stretch it more so I have more room to play with and to create this like wind effect. The particles were taken away and they were stretched all the way to the frame. So you can see here that this starts looking good. But of course, it's your freedom to do as much as you want with the brush and to add as many particles as you want, as you feel like, because it's going to be your artistic decision. And here you just do it for yourself. Just for an extra touch, I added another layer on top of the main layer, and I filled it with black. And then I added a lighting effect. I like using this. It's creating a really nice touch up to the picture. And because the subject was like facing that direction, it's like looking up, and the light was like falling on her face, like was coming from a sun or like a very bright subject. I added this to emphasize that and to create this flare. So here I adjust the brightness, I make it a little brighter, and you can see how this all those particles or those flares are all across the picture. Of course, now it's black, you cannot see the subject anymore. So what do you do when you have this? You change the layer from normal to a screen, and when you do that, the black is going to disappear, and you're gonna keep the light effect. And because I like to play a little bit more with it, I'm just adjusting the size of the layer so I can decide exactly where those flares are gonna fall. And this is the final version. Of course, I played a little more with it and added some other layers, and in the future, if you want, I can show you how to do this also. And this is the final result. Hope you enjoyed this. Bye.